Are you tired of worrying about the same old things? Well, how about something new? Something like solar magnetic storms. These storms occur every 11 years when the sun's magnetic poles reverse, and billions of tons of magnetically charged matter are expelled into the solar system. And guess what? We are due for a peak in 2025, which could cause widespread havoc and trillions of dollars in damages on Earth. While we have been lucky with these solar storms failing to collide with Earth in the past, scientists warn our good fortune will not last forever. We are overdue for an event of the magnitude of the Carrington event, which occurred in 1859. Named after British astronomer and witness Richard Carrington, auroras were seen in Cuba, Australia, and elsewhere. These auroras, commonly known as the Southern and Northern Lights, usually only appear at Earth's poles. But the Carrington event was different. It was so massive that contemporary reports describe how the auroras were so bright that people could read a newspaper at night, while telegraph lines blew out, and spontaneous fires were commonplace. However, back then, there was little electrical-based infrastructure, so the consequences of a similar-sized event would be far more catastrophic today. Entire continents could be left without power. It could cause power grids to fail, disrupt communication networks, and damage satellites. Imagine not being able to access your phone or the internet for days or even weeks. Emergency services would also be severely impacted, making it difficult to respond to crises. The ripple effect of such an event would be felt across the world and could potentially lead to food and water shortages, as well as civil unrest. The probability of a Carrington-level event in the 2020s is 2 to 3%, according to Srinivasan, which makes it less likely than a major earthquake occurring on the San Andreas Fault. However, the potential consequences are staggering. A solar storm in 1989 caused blackouts in parts of Canada, while in October 2003, a solar flare eruption expelled gigantic clouds of solar material that hit Earth's magnetic field, causing a geomagnetic storm that corrupted GPS signals and radio transmissions and created an aurora visible across much of North America. The U.S. Aviation Authority instructed planes to fly at low altitudes to reduce their radiation exposure. So, what would happen if a solar magnetic storm like the Carrington event were to hit Earth today? Srinivasan predicts that it would cause trillions of dollars in damage, and the recovery time could take anywhere from 2 to 10 years. This means that we could be set back by about 20 years if something like this happens. So, while it's not the most pleasant thing to think about, it's important to be aware of the potential risks and to take precautions to protect ourselves and our infrastructure. In conclusion, while we may not be able to stop solar magnetic storms from occurring, we can take steps to minimize their impact. By investing in infrastructure that can withstand these storms and developing contingency plans for power outages, we can ensure that we are prepared for whatever comes our way. So, let's not wait for the next big thing to hit us. Let's be proactive and take action now.